Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Oh.
Jacques.
Oh.
What's up, folks? Good evening,
What up,
people. What's up? What is good?
Up,
What's happening? What up, Johnny
how you
Bell?
feeling,
What's popping? Who we got?
Johnny
Let's see.
B.
All right.
We got Latoya P in the building. Say good evening, fella.
What's good? What's happening,
Zach C
man?
in the
What's
building.
good?
Big
Zach
B.
Carpenter.
Big
Big B. What's popping, bro?
Big B's on the building.
The
Jeremiah, what
weekly
up, bro?
family in the house, man. What's good? That game was too close, Jeremiah. We feel you, man.
That weekly energy.
Stanley Wilson, what's good, bro? What's happening?
All right.
LG Part 2. What up?
Part 2. Okay. LG Part 2. What up, brother? Ed Champ in the building. Jeremy Squire. What up, my brother?
What's happening? What is good, y'all? What's happening? So, hey, man, what's going on, everybody? We hope everybody's doing well. I know many of you are probably watching the Monday Night Football game. And, you know, the Tennessee Titans with the victory over the Washington Commanders, man. Close game, 21-17. Tennessee Titans now at 3-2, number one in the AFC South. With a big win against the Commanders, man. Again, another nail biter, tooth and nail game, man, at the end. And so for those that want to know about, you know, hey, I'm a president today, man. We beat the Washington Commanders, man. Hey, paint the White House powder blue, okay? Paint it blue against the Washington Commanders, man. Paint it blue. That's Derrick Henry sitting on top of the White House, man. Paint the White House powder blue, man. So yeah, man. So
big facts.
Yeah, man. So cool. Cool, man. So we hope everybody's doing well. We got any more folks in the comment section?
He said, Big B said, my man is suited tonight.
Yeah,
so,
man.
My president is back.
Oh, yeah, man. And for my, like what Obama used to say, for my people. We beat the Commanders. That's what we do. That's what we did. So yeah. So cool, man. All right, cool. So let's talk about this game, man. You know, shout out to everybody that's on in here as well. So hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, man. We got 18 people in the chat. So Jacques.
Yes, sir.
We were sweating at the end of the game, man, just trying to figure this out, right? Like, man, we finally got another win. That's 3 games in a row, man. It's hard to win in the NFL, man, at the end of the day. So, Jacques, after watching the game, bro, from start to finish, man, give us reasons. Give us at least 2 reasons why we won this football game, bro.
Okay. And real quick, guys, I'm under the weather, so if I sound kind of stuffy, that's why. But one reason is defense, right? Now, the defense had some good, they had some bad, and they had some really, really ugly. But when they had good, it was good in the right moments, right? Your defensive line, I expected more sacks, but the sacks and the pressure came at the right time, if that makes sense, right? There was 2 plays, well, really 3. The most important play, well, I'll get to at the last point, but 2 plays that I seen that brought the energy and the funk at the right time is when Jeffrey Simmons got pissed off from the previous play for getting, I guess it was roughing the passer. And Big Jeff was so pissed off. Like, I've never seen him that PO. Like, he was pissed, okay? Yeah. The next play, he comes through, and I don't know who he was blocking, but he pushed that man in the next week and got to Carson Wentz. I said, okay. I said, that's the energy that I'm talking about. That's the dog I'm talking about. Yeah. Let's back up. Danico Autry goes down, right? He's hurt. You're like, okay, damn, Danico Autry's hurt. What's going on? Shoot. Come to find out it was a dirty play. They pissed him off. Next play, what did he do? He came through and he said, come on now. Boom. Came through and sacked the quarterback. And then the most important play, I think, probably is going to be the play of the year for the Titans. So far. Crucial moment, David Long getting that interception, okay? There's 2 things that he did on that play. One, and I think it was number 17. Who's number 17 again, Hawk?
The receiver,
McLaren.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin, right?
Okay, Terry K was in the slot, and he did something that I don't see our secondary do a lot. Is chip, right? He chipped him at the right moment.
He did.
And then when he chipped him, Carson threw the ball, and he read Carson like a book. I said, that's how you play coverage. They had Tia Tartan coverage, right? That's how bad our secondary is, that you got to get these guys to get in your secondary and play.
Oh my
Tia
God,
Tartan
dude.
leads the team in pass breakups with 5. With pat downs. What a PBU. He had a PBU, bro. He had an interception last week in a PBU.
I know, man.
Jeffrey Simmons is doing hustling plays. He literally came from the back end and tackled what's the running back's name?
Yeah, he did. Brian Robinson.
Robinson. Yeah, he came
did.
through.
I was like, wow.
I'm like, come on, now this defense is playing with energy. The D-line and the linebackers are playing with an attitude that I love because they got that grittiness. Just right now, the secondary is not matching it. But that's one why we won the game. And the second reason, let's go to offense. Red zone. When we were in the red zone, we made sure that we took advantage of our opportunities. I think we have the number 1 scoring red zone in the league right now.
In the
Third
league.
down
Look
defense
at that, y'all.
red zone
that,
offense.
man.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. You see what I'm saying, right? Red zone. We're scoring at the right time, and we're making plays at the right time. And that's how we won this game. Taking advantage of your opportunities, even though our offensive line was trash, bro. Like Dennis Daly was on. He was on the World. Was it World on Wheels? That's a skate ring in California. If y'all know about that, World on Wheels. He was in that thing doing that. He was like that, bro. And I'm sitting back. Get this man some help. He needs some milk, bro. Fast. Get him some milk. Get him some milk, some Tylenol, a baby blanket, and a pacifier because he looked horrible out there. Okay.
Yep.
It was terrible, right? So shout out to the defense, and on offense, I'm gonna give some game balls too. Tannehill, Derrick Henry. Those two are your dogs on offense, right? And Robert Woods to a certain extent when they can get him involved a lot more. But those two are keeping your offense together in their glue. Them two got some dog in them, right? Them two were making plays. Even though Tannehill had a hiccup there, no. And then my last point, shout out to Todd Downing. I might be seeing one play I question, but you're getting a little better. I still want to do OC, but you're still getting a little better, bro.
Thank you, God. Man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
I got to give credit where it's credit.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And then Jeremiah, you're right. Nicokeena Westbrook with the big catch, quote unquote. But that's the opportune time. You showed up at the right time in the right place. So that's for me. What about you, Hawk?
Wow, bro. I'm trying to think of anything outside of that, man. As far as reasons we won. So what I would say is this too, man. I think the biggest part of this game that I feel was the strength of the Titans, man. When you look at the stats, right? What's amazing, as you mentioned earlier, the Tennessee Titans on defense are the number 1 third down defense in the NFL. Number 1, okay? Who remembers when we were the worst third down defense in NFL history? That was in 2020? In the history of football.
It was 2020.
So that's a hell of a turnaround. Yep. So when I look at the Washington offense, so look at this, right? Okay, so Carson Wentz had a pretty good game. He had 359 yards passing. I mean, 25 for 38, 2 touchdowns, and the last pick. They didn't run well. I mean, Diami Brown had 2 catches for 105 on those 2K. I mean, he really burnt Caleb Farley like toast for real. So when you look at that, they made big plays. But you know one thing they did not do, man? So let's look at this, man. This is why we won the football game. Clearly out. They were 1 for 11 on third down, bro, the Commanders. 1 for 11 in third down. That's unreal, right? They kept trying and just never could get the first down. So the Tennessee Titans were like, look, man, we'll give you a few yards. You're not going to run on us, but we'll give you a few yards passing or whatever, but you guys are not going to keep pushing forward. You got your 2 big plays out of Diami Brown. You got your 17 points, but the Tennessee defense locked down. And as you mentioned, the defensive line just started to wake up. When I look at the Titans defense overall, and I did mention, y'all, I did say that Jeffrey Simmons will have at least 2 sacks this game, okay? So he had 1.5. That was very close. That's better than 0 sacks, right? 1.5 sacks from him, and then Jacques spoke upon Danico Autry. He had a sack, okay? So the defensive line up front was making a lot of things happen when it counted. So I'm giving a big shout out to the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? No question about that. As well as I got to give the ball to Derrick Henry as well, too. The offensive line, at times in run blocking, they were doing a much better job in that regard, especially in the first half. Pass blocking was a little bit off because the Commanders was making plays on their own defense in sacking the quarterback. I think they had 6 sacks. So, But running the ball, I thought the Tennessee Titans did very well. Dontrell Hilliard got involved. And, you know, we look at Derrick Henry again. You look at his stats. He had 102 yards rushing on almost 4 yards a carry. And as well, he had 30 yards receiving. So overall, you know, when I look at that, and, you know, shout out to Nick Westbrook-Akina on the plays that he had, the big bomb he had as well. I think that played an important factor. And here's the key, too. Look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers and look at INT. How many interceptions did he have? 0, right? Our offense runs best when we run through Derrick Henry. We block, and everything works out great. As I've been saying for 3 years, hashtag just block. When that happens, good things happen to us. I know we barely won this game. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a Super Bowl team, okay? Nope. We're going to have to irk and squeeze out every single game that we have, man. So shout out to the defensive line. Shout out to Derrick Henry and as well. Todd Downing, he did a really good job with play calling and as well as personnel. We got to give him credit when he's doing well. So, yeah. So shout out to them, man.
Right. Nope. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. Let's go to the chat real quick here. Let's see.
Okay.
Shout out to Raven 76B. What up, bro? Hey, congratulations on y'all winning, bro. Like, congratulations for real. Like, shout out to y'all, bro. Because I told you I'm on the Cincinnati hate train and I can't stand him.
He really is, man. He is.
Yeah, forget the
Stonehouse.
Let me tell you.
And boy,
yes, Stonehouse he keep it up going to Pro Bowl, bro.
He's going to the Pro Bowl, right? If the Pro Bowl started today, he'd be the AFC Pro Bowl kicker. Shout out to Stonehouse, man.
Yep. Ryan Harris, what up, bro? He said,
what up, Ryan? What's up, man?
Brother?
What up?
Big B. He says, any team can be a Super Bowl team with enough wins. You know what?
Yeah.
This year, I think this year is more wide open than it was last year. I think the number one contending team right now is the Buffalo Bills. And even with them, you don't know what you're going to get, right? They played the Steelers team. They whooped up on the Steelers team that's really limping right now. They really are a shadow of themselves. So,
yeah.
Ed Chep, he says, we have to put some heat on this owner to make some changes. We have to be willing to spend some money to upgrade the team. Scared money don't. Oh no. So he said, scared money don't we win anything in the playoffs? I feel you.
That's right. That's true. That is right. Right. I would really like the Titans to make a trade. I would like to add a receiver or a DB or corner. I would love for that to take place, man. I don't know who or how, but get a disgruntled receiver, man, that's on the team that's not going to the playoffs. You see the Buffalo's trying to get Christian McCaffrey. The Panthers are not going nowhere, right? Bills know they can't win a Super Bowl if they don't have a running back. That's been the problem. So for us, we know, hey, like you said, Jacques, and those in the comment section, the AFC is weak right now. So it's kind of like we can make some moves if we want to. Bring a receiver in here if you can, man. You know what I mean? Yep.
Super weak.
Yep.
Super weak. Okay. So real quick, Hawk.
Yes.
Who was your player of the game? Who would you get that game ball to? Say, hey, here you go, buddy.
Yep. So I would say the defense as a collective in the fourth quarter, I felt they held their water. Carson Wentz was pushing the ball pretty well. I would say the whole defense, but if I was to give it to, if I said, hey, it's one player that deserves the player of the game, in my opinion, it's Derrick Henry, man. I think on offense, when you look at, who we have on offense, we don't have a lot of talent right now on offense. We got Treylon Burks is hurt. We got Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook-Akina, and those guys. I mean, they're okay. But I would say, right now, Derrick Henry is the pendulum swinger at the moment. And I got to give a shout out to Derrick Henry, 102 yards rushing, 30 yards receiving. And over the last 3 games, when he does well, what do? We freaking win. We win. We block. We win. Okay. And so, you look at Derrick Henry, one thing he is doing now this year, there's 2 things I'm seeing out of Derrick Henry that I really like, man. Okay. As you get older, things sort of slow down. Let's just be honest, right? But let me tell you 2 things that I've noticed from Derrick Henry. He's catching the ball a bit better, right, in space, right? I don't expect him to catch like, Jamal Charles out there, but if you get him in space, he runs pretty well. And I've seen, because players are now tackling him in his legs, he's doing more juke moves. I don't know if y'all have noticed that on screen plays, right? He's juking a bit more than he normally has instead of like trying to run people over, because people are not attacking him up here anymore. No one's doing that, nor are they getting in space to get stiff arm. So people are literally going through his legs. So now I think he's kind of juking a little bit. It's like, okay, these guys are tackling me different. So he has really adjusted his game. Hey, he has a lot of pressure on his back, to be honest, man. But over the last 3 games, over 100 some odd yards purpose, we're winning football games. So if I gave one player a player of the game, I'm gonna give it to one. I'm gonna give it to the whole defense and then Derrick Henry, bro. That's for me. What about you, Jacques?
So I'm gonna give it to the person that won us the game. David Long Jr. If it wasn't for him, hey, it could have swung the other way, right?
Yep.
When I see how this game was going, Derrick got his 102 yards, but at the same time, in the second half, I still didn't like how the second half went, even though we scored a touchdown, right?
Yep.
But something that I seen that our defense was doing, they were stepping up in the right time. And for David Long to do what he did in that moment, he gets a game ball, bro. Matter of fact, you get the player of the game because in that moment, we need you to step up in that moment. Derrick Henry was on the sideline. Shout out to D because he's holding our offense down. We need to make a play. He made the play. So that's me, my play of the game. And he's starting to pick it up a lot more since he's gotten back. He seems like he's getting more comfortable, more aggressive. How he was last year. Matter of fact, he might even be a little bit better this year with his energy, just overall, right? And when he plays good, the other linebackers play pretty good. So for me, David Long Jr., bro, you get a game ball.
Hey, dude, that's great points, man, for sure. So yeah, so we got some more folks in the comment section. Who do we got?
Let's see.
I'm on my presidential since we beat the Washington Commanders, man.
South says losing Landry really hurt. Yes, it did. He's really important to this defense. Now we see, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait to the chop up. We got couple of questions here. Wait to the chop up. We'll answer that. Yep. Let's see. Shout out to Pig Willie said, shout out to Nick Queen Westbrook and David Long Jr. Yep. Carson Wentz is our player of the game.
Player of the game. I got you, Zach.
Say that. I can say that. You right. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Because they secondary is playing like boo-boo. Let's see. What is up?
What is up? What up, team leader 2010? What's
Sean
up?
In the building. What up, bro?
Sean Britton, what's good, man?
They had 75. So I like how our D-line batted the ball down at the line. Yep, that's their specialty, bro. Specialty. He said he liked the presidential suit, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you kindly, man. Thank you. Hopefully I look presidential. You know what I mean? And by the way, since we beat the Commanders in Washington, paint the White House powder blue, man. Paint it blue, damn it. Paint the White House blue this week, man. You know what I mean? Hey, we own the Washington Commanders this week, man. Let's do it. All right. So Jacques, question for you, man, before we get to the chop up. So we have won 3 in a row. And for those in the comment section, I want you all to comment on this and we'll pop it up on here, man. So what is your current emotion right now, bro? Okay. 3 in a row is not easy winning in the NFL. We've lost 2 in a row up front, and now we've won 3 in a row, man. And looks like we're trending positively in that regard. So talk to us, Jacques. How do you feel right now, man?
Like I did at the beginning of the season, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's good that we're exceeding expectations, but this is how it was last year. Vrabel's not gonna let his team bow down, right? We're 3-2. We have a lot of things we need to clean up. But shout out to Vrabel and the coaching staff for putting together a mindset to say next man up, next man up, next man up, next man up. I mean, like I said, Daly played like horrible, okay? Matter of fact, the whole offensive line as a collective didn't play good, right? You see how much we miss Nate Davis. We need to sign Nate Davis and keep him, right? The secondary is a Band-Aid right now, and they're trying to figure out, like I've told you guys once before, communication is a big issue when you're in the secondary. Caleb Farley right now is his rookie season. This is what it is. He's a rookie right now, right? He's learning how to play cornerback in the NFL. That's the worst thing you can do is to learn how to play a new position while you're in the freaking NFL. It's just a hell of an experience. It's horrible, right? The kid we got from the Seahawks, he was a healthy scratch. We need him. We need Molden. I think if we get these guys back, we can get back on track defensively to the point where we are shutting down more people, if that makes sense, in the secondary and putting the people in the right places to see, because I think you need Roger McQuarrie on the outside, and then you can bump Molden in his natural position, right, which is in the inside in the slot. And then you have Christian Fulton on the opposite. I feel comfortable with that particular secondary because I know, okay, hey, we're good, right? Yep. But like I said, I'm lukewarm. I mean, offensively is my biggest concern, not with Tannehill and not with Derrick Henry. Switch your receivers, right? At this point, not even Todd Downing, because Todd Downing is working with Stream, right? He got nobody to throw to. Hopefully, Racey McMath can come back and do what he was doing at training camp, right? But I am happy that we're 3-2 But now I look at the schedule. I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if we slew off a string of wins and we keep winning and winning and winning and winning. And then when we hit that juggernaut, then that's when we gonna get beat back down to reality. Does that make sense? Yep. So I'm keeping my expectations in the middle to the point where, okay, cool. We winning. I don't like how we're winning, but we're winning, right? At the end of the day, it's about W's and L's, right? Don't care how you get that W. Don't care how you get that L. It might not be pretty, but we're a team that can get that W. So right now, I'm like, okay, hey, we get in the playoffs. We do our natural thing. We get in there. We either win or lose and then pack it up for next season. That's where my mindset is right now. I like I said, I'm just in the middle. I'm like, man, we doing our thing. Let's go, Titans. Tighten up. This is what I expect. It's like the Patriots. If you're a Patriots fan, you expect greatness. Back in when Tom Brady was with the Patriots, they probably already knew, okay, we're going to go to the Super Bowl and win it. What else is there to do, right? We ain't played on the moon. We need to go play on the moon. You know what I'm saying? So it's just with me right now, the team is just, it's cool. It's cool. I'm cool with it, right? So that's me. What about you, Hawk?
So Chris Harp says solid take. I totally agree with that. I really do. And Stan, this is a funny comment. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if Hawk got some basketball shorts and just got the suit top. That's hilarious, man. I will tell you, you're right in some ways, not a full suit, but I got on some jeans and some Nike shoes. So yeah, so if I stood up, it might not look right too much, but not too bad. You know, blue and blue matches, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's funny. All right, so this is how I feel right now. DBS 2000, bro. Appreciate the comment, man. That's exactly how I feel, right? For me, it's more like, hey, man, keep fighting. Keep fighting. Put yourself in the battle, so to speak, right? And I'm really shocked of where we are right now, especially after losing the first two games and getting our butts whooped by the Buffalo Bills. I'm propelled, as someone else said on here too. I think that I'm shocked that we've won 3 in a row. I am. And it's not to say that, you know, we just beat the crap out of these teams that we haven't. We have fought tooth and nail. And a lot of times when that does happen, you're going to lose some games too. You know what I mean? But, you know, I said in the preseason, you know, when the schedule show started that we'd be 10-7. Okay. So it's so far kind of falling in line, maybe, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And then I've always felt that we can at least win in the AFC South. So let's win these games. And we're doing that. We're holding our end of the bargain in winning games. It is very, very, very difficult to win in the NFL, okay? And I got to give Mike Vrabel a shout out here. He's got these guys, despite injuries, despite free agents out there on the field, still winning football games at the end of the day. We're still winning games. And looking at the schedule, there's some games that we might be favored to win. Or even if we're not, we could be like, oh, we might win this game. You know what I'm saying? Earlier, maybe the first 2 games, I was probably thinking, we probably won't win that or whatever. But my confidence level has picked up just a little bit based on the fact that we've won these football games, okay? Ryan Tannehill, and I think it started with the Buffalo game. I've noticed he threw that last interception there at Buffalo. It looks like he's kind of thinking like, I can't make dumb throws. I'm going to start throwing the ball away. I think the offensive line is kind of like, man, Derrick Henry's back. We need to start blocking better up front, right? Robert Woods is like, okay, I got to find ways to get open to help my quarterback out. To me, it seems like they're getting coached to do things better than they had over the first 2 games. I've seen some mental adjustments to some of these players. I've seen Jeffrey Simmons stepped up. I've seen Danico Autry stepping up. I've seen Kevin Byard stepping up. I see Roger McCreary stepping up. I see David Long stepping up. All these guys are making big plays as to why we're winning games. It's going to be hard winning the Super Bowl. I mean, the fans up front, you know, had stated that we'd be 15-2. I doubt that. But it'll be difficult to win, you know, in the playoffs where you're living, you know, tooth and nail to win games. But we are winning. And we got to give credit. We're winning. If we're losing, we'd be talking bad about the Titans right now if we were losing. We say we're trash, we're garbage, we're this and we're that. We're winning. That counts for something. It does. The majority of the NFL is average, okay? They're average. I would say probably 80% of the teams are average. You've maybe got 5 really good teams. I think we're a little bit above average. You got this, we're right here. And that spells playoffs. The fact that we're the number 1 team in the NFL on red zone offense and the number 1 third down defense, to me, that says playoffs. So I'm actually propelled on the fact that we're winning games. I'm really shocked, to be honest with you. So that's how I feel.
It's good, bro.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yep. So
good stuff.
Cool. All right. So, folks, our favorite part of the show, Jacques. You ready, bro?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. All right. So, as you know, again, this show is called the Live Chop Up. All right. So, we're going to give you all an opportunity, man, to sit at the dinner table, man. Give you all an opportunity to chop up the ingredients, put it all in a bowl, man, and serve it hot or cold, whatever. Throw out your comments, man. We're going to answer them as quickly as we can, man. Go for them.
We got time, actually. We can elaborate deeply if we wanted to. Team leader says Panthers are having a fire. Will any trades come out of it? Probably not from our perspective. I hope. Go ahead, Hawk. You think so? You think we're going to trade for DJ Moore?
What I said the last show, man, about DJ Moore? Remember I talked about DJ Moore?
Yeah, he's ready to get out of the Carolina, I guess.
Yeah, well, no, I was saying that I knew even last week the Carolina Panthers were trash. And I was like, find a team that has a receiver that's on a terrible team that can be afforded to let go. They're not throwing the ball to DJ Moore. DJ Moore would come here and eat. Hey, look, I think that's a great comment, team leader. Look for DJ. I would love for us to bring in DJ Moore if we can, man.
I want to bring in an offensive tackle. I want to bring in something on the O-line. We can have the receivers, but we need somebody, some veteran leadership on this line to come in and block. Like we need something, right? And that's how I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
Now, Jeremiah, let me say this about Malik. Yesterday, I seen some opportunities that Tannehill can't do it anymore. Tannehill, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He's not the receiver that he was. What was it? 12, 13, however long ago it was, right? He's not athletic enough like he was. When I see Ryan Tannehill run, I see somebody that's running that's saying, okay, don't let me mess my knees up. Let me get out this thing healthy. You're going to need all hands on deck if we're going to roll with the squad we got, right? We need everybody. We're going to need Haskins to step up who can come in and block. You're going to need Dez. You're going to need everybody. Also, you might need this young man for a play or two. I know me and Hawk said don't play him, but at this point, we don't have no choice, bro. We don't have no choice because I was looking at some of those plays. I was like, imagine I was one play that Tannehill, I think he did like an option play. He took off running. I said, no, that's not you, bro. You can't do that. That's not your game. That's not your skill. You're not Malik. You can't. I don't want you taking hits like that because if you go down, it's a wrap. Just leave that to him. Let him be Taysom Hill. Use him like Taysom Hill. I hate to be like that, but use him as a Taysom Hill type, right? They like to run the ball anyway, so he has a dual threat of doing something, and he can pick up some of those runs. So at this point, bro, if you're not going to trade for DJ Moore, which that's a great point, Hawk, trade for him, right? But if we ain't going to trade for him, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? I got another question here. This is a really good question. Chris Harp says, what do y'all think about the DB room? If we happen to get healthy, also consider a rush for them coming back. So, you want to take this, Hawk? Now I take it.
So, if the DB room is healthy, I guess we're talking about Elijah Molden, right? Okay, that's a huge pickup there. You know, bringing him back onto the field would be very good for us. And, of course, Amani Hooker, when he comes back, and that'll be pretty soon, that'll be huge as well. So, yes, I mean, you really can't play any worse than what we are right now. So, we would welcome them back for sure. I think the rust is on Caleb Farley because of the injuries he's had. He's still not back, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's on the field. You got to judge on how he's playing, and he's playing like garbage. So we need everybody. We need everybody on the field, man. If we're continuing to play these games throughout the season, it's a long season, and it's likely we make the playoffs. We win the AFC South. We're the 4th seed. So we need everybody. We need everybody on deck. And you know, we have some other teams that that we play that'll have receivers, that can do something. And so we have to be ready. So I think once they get healthy, of course, we'll be better. I still don't think it'll be better. I'll just say that. It'll be better.
So for me, with this, like you said, Molden, Hooker, those are your two important pieces, right? Like I said earlier, Caleb is still learning how to play the position. He's not a natural cornerback. He's a receiver. He was a receiver. He recruited as a receiver. And I don't know why they transitioned him to corner. They should have transitioned him to safety because he has the body type for a safety, right? Versus a corner. He's long. And that one play he got burnt, his athleticism. He doesn't have it right now because he's mentally, he thinks, okay, my knee is good, but he's mentally scared to see what happened to Taylor Lewan. I think that kind of scares everybody. It's like, okay, well, I already had one. Can it happen again, right? Yep. So when I see something like this, it's like, yeah, I mean, so So Jay Wood said, do you think return of Racing Math will help the receiving core and passing game? You know what?
Yes.
Deep threat.
Yeah, exactly. We need bro. We need anybody on the field right now, man. You know, yes, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, yes. The answer is yes. Now, will he make just tremendous? I don't think that, but it'll help. Yes, absolutely.
If what they said in training camp transpires to the field, then yes. I expect him to start slow though. I do, because he hasn't played for 4 or 5 games. So don't expect him to come in here and be a burner right away. But expect him to start slow. They're gonna implement him slow, and then he's still learning how to play the position too. You got to think about it, guys. We have a lot of pieces that it's John Robinson's fault. He likes to draft projects. We draft these projects and we say, hey, come out here and do this, do that, do this. We don't have time to teach you. We need you to come in here and implement day one, right? Or take some of that skill and say, hey, pick it up. Or you need to be studying in overdrive to get on the board with everything. So hopefully it transpires. Zach Carpenter says, most improved Titan this year so far. What do you think, Hawk? That's hard to say right now. I mean, if you got to just answer the question, who's your most improved?
Man, I want to say David Long, but David Long did miss a lot of games last year. Man, that's a good question, Zach. Because I'm thinking of Nick Westbrook-Akina still. I don't think he's Nate Davis. I'm trying to think of guys that played last year enough games to say he's improved. Everybody's saying Tier Tart. That's
yes.
Hey, y'all, that's the answer, y'all.
Yes,
that's the answer.
Yep.
Brandon, Jeremiah, who else? Keisha. Yeah, team leader. Brent, yes, agree. Yep. Oh, and Dontrell Hilliard. That's a good one, too.
Yes, Mr.
That's
Hilliard.
A good one, Brandon. And Jeremiah.
Yep. Mr. Hilliard is killing the game, bro. Like, salute to him. I think he has 3 touchdowns. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 3 or 4.
3 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns.
I think he leads teams in touchdowns. Shout out to him, man.
Matthew Levy said Tannehill. I kind of, maybe. Okay,
I have to see. Let me say this. I'll tell you why I see him improve. We win a playoff game.
I got you, man. Yeah.
I'm just saying. He's cold in the season. Tannehill's an ace. When it comes to the playoffs, brother, I need you to kind of step up a little bit. Bryce Tubb says, do you think we give up on Farley yet? Or do we wait for a healthy DB room and try to slowly work him back in? So, confidence is the key when it comes to playing DB and receiver. Correct me if I'm wrong, Hawk.
Yep.
All right. So, you have to be patient. If you want him to learn the position, you have to be patient. This is why I think Hawk, you mentioned it, we should have signed a veteran. You should have kept Jackrabbit. And you work him in at certain moments, right? Certain key pieces. Right now, he has no choice. But he has to get confidence. If he gets an interception, I think it'll build up his confidence a little bit. If he starts stringing down PBUs, I think it'll build up his confidence. But give up on him? Not yet, because we need him, because we don't have a lot.
Yep.
So you have no choice but to roll with him. So what about you, Hawk?
I agree with that, man. I do. You can't give up on him. We need all the DBs. He's a first-round pick, man. If you give up on him, if it's a trade, I don't know who would take on that trade. I don't know. Somebody would probably offer like a 5th-round pick or something. So no, you keep him. You keep him this season. Hey man, you go make it happen out there, bro. Get out there and learn, bro. Get yourself together. So no, you keep him.
Matthew Levy, he said from Oaktown in the building, baby. Over there with Mac Dre and the boys and all them cats. All right, let's see what we got here. We got more questions. Let's see. Okay, here we go. The Clanky Spoon, does Big Jeff play second fiddle to any other defensive tackle in the NFL? That's a great question.
Well, I guess Aaron Donald, but if you exclude Aaron Donald, who's arguably the best player in the league, I don't think so. I think people are starting to know who Jeffrey Simmons is. I mean, I just saw an NFL on Instagram. They had a post on there saying who would be the first team All-Pro. They had Jeffrey Simmons as the #1 defensive tackle in the league on that. So I'm not saying that one caption means that's how everybody feels, but at least that lets me know, like, okay, they do see 98 on the field. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I mean, Jeffrey Simmons he's a monster, man. So people talk about Chris Jones. I'm trying to think anybody else, man. I think his name is up there. I do.
He's a game wrecker. He's an impact player. You have to have him on the field in order to be successful. So that's how I look at it.
And Jacques, every show we've had a featured guest, they always talk about Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
They know 98, man.
Yeah, everybody know about 98, man.
Yep.
That's the best. That's the best pick that John Robinson's had so far.
That's right.
He's hit on that. He's hit nails and tooth on that. Harold Landry too, but like top 10, top 5, hands down. Vibe Runner says on offense, what play formation would you like to bring back? I would like to see the play action done a little bit better and smoother, but you don't have the receivers to do it right now. You don't have the speed to do it right now. But I would like to see, because we were successful when it came to play action, right? When we had Khalif Raymond. Out of all people, Khalif freaking Raymond. It's crazy, right?
Yep.
It's freaking crazy. Like that, and that's what Tannehill's numbers were amazing when the play action. We do play action, but with the personnel you got on there, you can't do it smoothly, if that makes sense. So I would like to see more of that play action vibe come back a little bit smooth. It's there, but it's not smooth, right?
Right.
What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, I think so. And we got 44 people in the chat, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody watching the show, by the way, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I would like for us to get Chig more involved on the offense. We didn't really do that well this past game. Given, and Jacques, you've mentioned this, the fact that we don't have a lot of players on offense that pose a threat. And as you talked about Malik Willis, maybe putting him in, and I was completely against having him on the field, but I understand why we might need him on certain plays to change it up, to get some more formations out there to sort of switch it up a bit. But I would like to see Chig on there. You know what I'm saying? I think the play action changes everything for us when we block well up front, because they always try to run Derrick Henry. They're gonna come up, and that's when Tannehill's at his best, man. So I would like to get the tight end more involved, man.
Right. I think this is crazy. Todd Downing would open the playbook a little bit more when he got better, faster. Right now, guys, we don't have speed. We don't have speed on both sides of the ball, right? Farley was supposed to be our speed guy, but we see what's happening to him is his knee. The Titans haven't had speed since Chris Johnson. I'm gonna say it, right? We had Chris Johnson. That was cheetah speed. Matter of fact, I think he's faster than the cheetah. I mean, it was impeccable speed. So we need speed, and when you have speed, it helps you. We had Reggie Robinson. We should have actually kept Reggie Robinson. I like his speed. He could be a downfield threat. I don't think the Titans know how to use downfield threats. It's crazy. Jeremiah asks, which rookie moves up the depth chart first? Well, I think you're actually seeing it. Nicholas Petit-Frere.
Yep. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's out there as a rookie starting right. He's going to be our starting right tackle for years, man. He's there. They plugged him in. He's there. He stays healthy. He's there.
Yep.
He can only get better. Yep.
Let me see. Oh, we got Jeremiah again. He said, no, it's Jeremy. He says, Titans have a bye week this week. Who are y'all watching this week for football? So, who you watching, Hawk?
I want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You want to see
I've seen
win?
the Colts. No, he said, who y'all watching this week?
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to watch the Jags. I also, I've seen Indianapolis. I've seen all three, but I've seen a lot of the Colts and I've seen a lot of Texas. I want to see the Jags. I want to see what they lost this week. A lot of people think they could be the favorite to win the AFC South. I want to see how they are, man, when we play them. And when you look at, let's look at our schedule, right now. So as you mentioned, we are on a bye, so we got the Colts coming up after the bye. I do think we can handle them. I do. But Houston, and then, I just want to see what's Jacksonville working with, man. Because their games they've had, they've been in all these games. They've won some games. That's for me. What about you, Jacques?
Can you pull that schedule up again, please?
Yep.
Okay, so I have red zone, so I can see all these games. So I've seen Jacksonville. I kind of caught some of the Houston and Jacksonville game. You can run on Jacksonville as usual. Damon Pierce, guys, if you don't know who Damon Pierce is, he's the Houston Texans running back. This kid is cold, okay? Solid. Something that I noticed about the Jaguars, they are good, but the Titans still can act a fool on them, right? Trevor Lawrence is okay. They're trying to hype him up to be the next Big Daddy, but to me, he's okay, right? We've seen Denver. Thursday nights have been horrible, okay? Man, the Packers is interesting. I want to see the Packers because they lost to the Giants, right? And that's an interesting loss, especially this early. Now, we know Aaron Rodgers and them, they dropped certain games. It's like, okay. But that's strange to me to drop that particular game with what they have, right? Yeah. So I'm looking at them. I've seen Cincinnati yesterday when they was playing the Ravens. Looks like Joe Burrow is pissed off, and he's trying to figure out how do I get Jamar Chase deep? How do I get T. Higgins deep? And I don't know if you caught the game, Hawk, but
I did.
Yeah, he's looking for the big play instead of taking what he had short. And then he eventually woke up, and they woke up, but they still lost the game. The Ravens, to me, look a little sluggish. So they don't look like themselves. The LA Chargers, they let Cleveland come up on them early, but we got to play them this year, right? And they have some threats, man. They to me on this schedule, they the big dogs. Like you talk about the big dogs if you let them come loose. Austin Eckler is playing like a crazy madman right now, right?
Yeah. Right.
So just right now, to me, the NFL, man, I'm kind of looking at every team that we kind of play and some, and I'm looking at Dallas too. Dallas is like, right? But Dallas is good. They're good. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? Team leader, this could use Phillips completely healthy. I would like to see Phillips step up a little bit more. He was doing good, but I would like to see him step up a little bit more. So Zach says, which Titan has regressed the most this season? Hawk, which Titan has regressed the most?
Regress. I don't know. I don't know if anyone is worse than they were last year. I'm sure people might say Christian Fulton, but I think Christian's in a bigger spot. He has more responsibility this year than he did last year, so it's more on him. But I think everybody's the same. I don't think anyone has regressed. I think I haven't seen anyone be like, "You've gotten worse." You have anybody, Jacques?
No, I don't. Nope. Everybody looks the same. That's what I was saying. And Sean, I brought this comment up for a reason. See, I disagree. I say Tannehill has improved. He's not rolling with dumb plays anymore. Now, this is early in the season. Let me get to my point.
Look at that answer. Right. Go ahead, Jacques.
Yeah. Oh, damn, Matthew, you hit it on. He hit it. Matthew, you get the boy. Matthew, salute to you. Salute to you. No, you're spot on. It's Cunningham.
Spot on.
It's Cunningham. It's freaking Cunningham. Now he's been hurt. I'm gonna give it to him, but now Sean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go back to Sean's comment real quick. You're not picking on you, Sean. I'm just want to look at this. Now, Tannehill, like I said earlier, he has done wonders for this team through the season. If I have to have a quarterback to get me to the playoffs, Tannehill is the perfect one, right? He's not making dumb decisions, right? Not right now, because we haven't been in a situation where we have to, right? We haven't gotten blown out in the second half. We've played teams with subpar offenses that don't score in the second half. But when you get into a shootout, when you get on Sunday Night Football, when you get into prime time, Tannehill seems to fold in the play. And that's just facts. Man, that's just facts. Like I said, I think we're going to sign Tannehill to another deal because they say he's a good leader. He's this. I don't think Malik's ready. People are harping to say, hey, Malik's going to be ready next year. I still don't think he is. I think Tannehill will be back just off his leadership. They love his leadership. They love when he brings leadership qualities, right? Yeah. So, yes, he's being smart right now. But let's get to the playoffs and see if he's smart. If he doesn't do what he did with the Bengals game. I'm telling y'all, the Bengals game really pissed me off. You don't have 9 sacks and you throw 3 picks. That don't happen overnight. And he has a lot of catching up to do when it comes to that. So that's just me. I'm not picking on you, bro, but I just wanted to bring that comment up because, hey, so anyone else going to the away Houston game or the home game, I would love to go. I'm going to the Dallas game. I will be there. I want to go to, man, I do want to go to Houston, man. I do. Yeah. Hawk, we might need to talk offline about doing that one year.
Yeah,
going to Houston.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's for the Dallas game. It's very likely I'll be at that game as well, too. So, very likely.
Yeah.
So,
hey, everybody gonna beat the Dallas game.
It's gonna be y'all. I'm telling y'all something. Man, it's around New Year. It's on New Year's Eve. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be jumping,
insane,
bro.
Man. It's gonna be insane. The city's gonna pop, man.
And you know what, James? This is the most important thing. Tannehill has been healthy. That's why I say he will. Mark my words. They'll bring him back next year, probably on a 1 to 2 year deal. Mark my words.
What's helping Tannehill this year, y'all, is a healthy Derrick Henry. That's when we talk about regression or progression. Is Derrick Henry. So when he sees 22 in the backfield, he's kind of like, all right, cool. I'm back to myself. Like I can do his play action ability is incredible. And he's good at that. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we're not asking him to throw 35 times a game and keep it at 18 or 20, hey, man, that's his best.
Now, he can do it. He's done it in Miami. We 4,000 yards, 450 yard game. He's done it before. We just don't need you to do it. Chris Hart says, do we confidently own the AFC South? We have gotten burned for 300 yards through the air for 4 games, I think. So, Hulk, do you feel confident that we own the AFC South?
I do. I say that because I think the AFC South is still a very bad division. It is not, I think. It is a terrible division. Yes. And sometimes, surprisingly, they might have a week. They beat the best division in football sometimes. But I still do think that we have an ownership edge over everyone in the AFC South. I do. I said this, and Jacques has as well, in our preseason schedule show that we feel the Titans would win the AFC South. And I still believe that, despite the fact that this team is not as good as we were last year. Yep. I still think we can win the AFC South. So the answer is yes.
Yep, I agree. I think we can too. Like you said, the AFC South is just in the gutter right now, and everybody's trying to get out the gutter and keep up with the Titans. So Jeremiah says, how long can we wait with Tannehill? How long until Malik is ready? So now Hulk knows how I feel about this, right? I feel like Malik is a dynamic player in some instances. Even when we play I'm about to call them Redskins, the Commanders. I seen some plays. I said, you know what? Malik would have extended that play. Malik would have rolled out. Malik would have did this. Not saying it would have helped, but Malik is so used to being on skates, even from college. What I seen in the preseason, I said, he's the type of quarterback that Tannehill's going to step up in the pocket. He'll take a sack, right? He's not going to give you the athletic mobility. But to answer your question, how long do we wait? Probably give him one more year, but if you think he's ready next year, do it. Pull the trigger. If you think he's ready, and if you see something in preseason, you're like, okay, he's ready to take that round. But I will say this: you ready for this, Hulk?
Okay.
Let Tannehill get himself up out of here.
Okay.
Let Tannehill get to the point where he's throwing 3 or 4 or 5 picks in a game, or 2, or 1 or 2 or 3, and let's see what happens. You see how fast he got pulled in that Bills game, and he got pulled in the Bills game because they didn't want to get him hurt. But just to see what they got, right? That's what they did to Mariota. Mariota ultimately got himself up out of here. When they bought in Tannehill, they said, hey, Tannehill, you sit back and just relax for a little while. And what Mariota do? Mariota did the Mariota thing. You messed it up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
Hey, JS, let's see. He said, we'll sweep the Colts, Jags, and split with the Texans. I think we have that on our schedule.
Yeah, we had that on our schedule. That's exactly what we said. That's exactly what we said.
King Isaac said, our Super Bowl window was 2019 and last season. You're right.
Yep. Agreed. What up, King Isaac? I met King Isaac not too long ago, man, at Home Depot, bro. Oh. What up, King Isaac? What's up, bro? What's good, man? Hey, King Isaac, that's a fact. And that's why I'm saying, man, we blew it last year, y'all. We blew it last year, dude. Still a weak AFC. Cincinnati was not that strong of a team. Hell, the Rams was not that strong of a team, right? We freaking blew it. That's why I'm still pissed to this day.
Yep.
So, yeah, man.
I'm telling you, you hyped me up, Hawk. You got me. You had me with the Super Bowl. I was like, you know what, Hawk's right. We do got a Super Bowl team. This is pretty dope. But to lose how we lost, bro, I told you, I still feel it here, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. Let's see. Titan South. What up, brother? He says Super Bowl window is BS. Any team can get this Super Bowl. You know what? I would sort of agree with that. The way the NFL is set up now, bro. Thursday night football, guys, tell me, put a 1 in the chat if Thursday night football has been boring for the last 3 games. Hawk, I know you didn't catch the last one. That was horrible, bro. Like, that was a horrible display of football. I cut it off. That's how boring it was. It was whack. Yeah. It was hella whack. You know what I mean?
So let me go back to that comment real quick.
Okay, let me see. Here we go.
All right. So the window is open for any team. Okay. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to it. There's a lot of bad teams in the league too that is not going to even sniff the playoffs. Okay. So you have a whole bunch of 3-2 teams. You know, the question is, can any of those teams break through to get to the Super Bowl? They can, because you have injuries and those things. That's why it's always good to at least be in the fight. And I'm saying that about the Titans. It's always good to be in the fight, you know. And you know, it sucks because, again, last year we were the number 1 team in the AFC and we lose in the first round, right? And so, yes, the window's open for everybody because it's still early in the season. But at some point, you look at the Panthers. Certain teams just trash. They're going to keep losing, and their Super Bowl chances are not going to be there. The question is, what about the Titans? Do we have an opportunity? Do we have a chance to get to the Super Bowl this season? That's the question, man.
So, Bryce Tubbs, elaborate. He said, I think our next Super Bowl window is closer than people think. Please elaborate on that. I want to hear your thoughts on that. Let's see. Pig Weekly says, who we want to see return after the bye? So let's list them people. Molden, Racing McMath. You got any people, Hawk?
Yeah. Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks, do you think he'll be back after the?
Nah, he won't be.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, that's right. That's right. That's a good question, Pig Wickle. That's right. He won't because he's out for 4 weeks. So yeah. Molden and who else did you say?
Racing.
Yeah, Racing. Yeah,
Racing.
I think that's cool. And then Bud Dupree.
Bud Dupree. That's right.
Yep.
Have y'all noticed when Bud Dupree's out there, the defensive line is on a whole other level?
Bud Dupree. We need Bud Dupree. We need him back. Bud Dupree is the highest paid player on our team. He's got to get on the field, man. He's got to get on the field.
Hooker.
People don't realize that.
Hey, they coming in Hooker. You're right, Hooker. I'm telling you, our defense is gonna be fine. We're gonna be straight on defense. Matter of fact, you'll start to see turnovers pick up when everybody comes back. It's just your offense that you better hope that.
My concern on defense, Doc, is still on the outside. That's
on
still
the corners. Yeah.
I'm hoping we get some quarterback pressure so where that won't be the problem because these teams are throwing on us, man. These folks are throwing 400 yards on us every game. We getting lit up on the outside. You get pressure though. You got to get pressure. Get pressure. You won't get lit up. Looking forward to the Titans. What up, Lee? What up? Lee's a lifetime Eagles fan. That's my boy since 8th grade, man. That's my frat, bro. What up, Lee? Hey, man. Hey,
that's funny.
I'll be there. Hey, I think you will be too, bro. We'll be at the Eagles-Titans game, man, for sure. Lee Cunningham. Hey, let me tell you a funny story. So Lee is a big Eagles fan. So when we was in middle school, he used to rock the Randall Cunningham jersey. You know what I'm saying? So he had that I say, okay, that's kind of dope. So yeah, man.
That is dope.
Yeah. Shout out, Lee. Shout out to you, brother.
Let's see. Titans fan here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Hold on. Bring the Eagles on. Hey, the Eagles. Do you think the Eagles will hit a rock soon? They almost did when they played the Cardinals.
Every team does. If not, they'll be undefeated. So absolutely, they'll hit a rock for sure. It's a matter, can they just get through it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I think Philly's issue is more on they do have the best offensive line in the league, and they do have some receivers on the outside. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised about their run game. Their run game is amazing. Yeah. That's what helped them win that game, bro. It was the run game. It wasn't he was killing it.
Yeah, man. But where you can test the Eagles, you can run on the Eagles too. You can there's opportunities to run on them. I think if to beat them, that's what you'll have to do. You have to control the football for the most part, and then get Jalen Hurts to try to second guess himself and throwing the football too.
That's what the Cardinals did. It's just their offense couldn't pull it out per se, but it wasn't a spanking. So Rashad White, can you have Malik Willis and Tannehill on at the same time? Yes, you can.
You can.
Yes, you can. Yes,
on certain plays, special plays. Yep.
So Bryce he says, I honestly think Malik will surprise a lot of people. And Burks, I think we'll gain some confidence at the end of the year and carry that into next year, even if we add another wide receiver with Woods and Burks. You know what? I love that answer. Because you know what that tells me? Our future is bright. And so far, our rookies have been playing lights out. You just need to add. You need to hit on the draft like you hit this year. Right now, this draft, they're hitting, okay? I think only person that hasn't played is Chance Campbell, and I think he's still
Theo Jackson.
And Theo Jackson. Yeah, Jackson is on it, which I think they need to put him out there. I like what I see from him in the preseason. The Nashville native, of course. But yes, no, you're right. Malik is going to he's a shot player, right? And I watched tape on Malik from front to back. Hawk can tell you, I've been scouting this fool for almost a year and 2 years. I've been on Malik's head for a while. And the thing about him is once he understands the game and the game slows down for him, he's going to be dangerous. The kid's going to be amazing because if it's you something that you can't teach is gifts, right? He has a gift. And what's that gift, Hawk? That boy can throw to the moon, okay?
Right. Yep.
He has another gift. He's very athletic. He can extend plays. And in the NFL these days, you have to have players that can extend plays, right?
Yep.
So that's the thing, man. So, yes, great points, Bryce. Great points. Great points. Let's see here.
What up, Damon? Tighten up to you, brother. That's all good.
They could. And team leader, you're right. Nobody expects Dallas to beat the Eagles this weekend with the quarterback rush. I think that the Dallas Cowboys defensively can. I think they have a squad where they can beat them.
I think they have a very good chance of beating the Eagles, man.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a great game, but I think it's there, man.
Right. Hold on. Jeremiah, could Phillips have a higher ceiling than Burks?
I don't think so.
No. See, Phillips, you've seen what you go get. You've seen what you gonna get out of Phillips. This is
Facts.
what you're gonna get. Burks, he's just getting started.
Yep.
And in his mind, he's like, man, I got a lot of making up to do. And I think he has a chip on his shoulder. He just got hurt. But what he was able to do, man, he's another one that has to get comfortable with the game. And you're right, Stanley. I remember Stanley did say that. He said he did. He said, we're going to get Malik. Yeah. Hey. So I see a lot of Kyle Phillips. I would like to see Kyle Phillips. Let me say this. I would like to see Kyle Phillips step up a little bit more in these games. And he might be hurt. I get it. He might be hurt. But in the same breath, brother, we need you. We need you after this bye. We need you to step up and do what you did in that first game. So
yeah,
let's see.
Well, Kyle Phillips, y'all listen. Kyle Phillips is a 6th-round pick. So
yes.
I think for what you see is what you get, and it's good. It's great for where he's at. So no, I think for a second, Traylon Burks will be fine. I like Traylon Burks. I think he'll get it, man, for sure.
Right. Yep. He will get it. And then physical too. People got to think about it. Like Zach said, what did you say, Zach? Let's say Phillips is almost too small to play in the NFL. I don't know how many more big exactly. I was just about to. Thank you, Zach. If I'm a corner, I'm gonna jam the hell out of Cal. I'm gonna throw him off his route. And if I got good hips and I'm real sticky, I can get Kyle Phillips. That's the thing. Kyle Phillips' route running is impeccable. It has to be. He has to run great routes in order to get open and get the ball. So, yeah, you know what? Austin Hooper has to get involved, bro.
Right, and that's what I was saying earlier when the question was asked as far as what type of formations can we change and what can we do on our offense to make things different. It is to get the tight ends more involved. Austin Hooper is nowhere to be found. When he makes a catch, I'm like, who's 81? Oh, that's Austin Hooper. I promise that's what I thought. I was like, 81? Who? Oh, that's Hooper, right? Hooper only has I think 6 catches this season. So so it's not, right now it's not really working. And also Hooper's not a blocking tight end at all. He wasn't a blocker in Atlanta nor Cleveland. That's not his game. He's a receiving tight end. So I think that's the part of the offense that we sort of need to open up is to get the tight ends more involved. Him and Chig both, man.
Man, sure. Chig, to me, a little bit more of Chig. Chig is athletic as hell, man. Matter of fact, he almost like a receiver right there. Yeah, hey, Stingley looks pretty decent too, bro.
Yeah, Jeremiah, that's a tall task right there, bro.
Yeah, Stingley looks good. We played the Texans. I know Stingley gonna remember that. He's like, I remember that. Yep. Trust me, I remember that.
Yep.
Let's see. Now, Chig looks like a receiver, bro. Like,
yeah,
he just, the Vrabel thing. You need to block to get on the field. That's the thing. Jeff Swain knows how to block.
That's right.
If Hooker know how to Hooker. If Hooker
can block, he can't.
Hayden Hooker? Oh, Hooker. Who's Hooker, Hawk?
I just know.
Is that a tight end there?
He mean Hooper. That's right. Okay. Agreed, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. If he can't block, he can't play. That's right. That's right. Vrabel will not play you. He will not play you.
Mark, you're right. Hilliard and Derrick Henry is our offense right now. Hilliard is our receiver. Derrick is running and receiving. And I think that's most of my touchdowns have been to them. I know Robert Woods caught 1 or 2, but that's our offense.
That's our offense. Our explosive player is Dontre Hilliard. He's the guy that we need it's 3rd and 8. Look for number 40 down the field.
Oh, 3rd and 18?
Yep. And he makes great moves. He's probably our most improved player, man. It's Dontre Hilliard.
Yes, bro. Yes.
He has found a niche for himself, right? Yes. I can run it because at times when he's on the field, we run him too. So it's kind of like, what do you expect? You don't really know. So yeah, man. Yep.
I haven't heard anything on Tua's concussion.
No, I haven't either.
I hope he's okay. Shoot, the way he's good. Says,
hey, Lee, if you still on, bro, yeah, you're right about Dallas, man. They got a hell of a front four. Philly better be ready for sure. Agreed.
Bryce says, what do you think about Hollister is in the game versus Gordon and Fritz? Hollister can block.
Yep, he can block. And Josh Gordon sucks right now.
Yep.
Des Fitzpatrick might not be good either. Josh Gordon didn't even dress out.
Importantly, can he block?
Right.
Can he block?
Hollister can block. Hollister, I'm going to tell you this. Hollister had a big miss block this game, and Mike Vrabel let him know about it.
He sure did.
Yep.
He sure did. And you know what, Pig Weekly? I agree. I did. I noticed a lot more drop back passing in this game. Tannehill wanted to go deep several times in this game. He just can't do it because he don't have the right personnel to do it.
He doesn't have the right personnel. He
I'm
doesn't.
like, dang, bro, I get it.
Yep.
I know you want to, but
Yep.
Nikita Westbrook is not going to be your no. Why does Todd Downing get so predictable in the second half? Damian, I've been trying to ask that since he took over, bro. I don't know. It's just that's why I say he's this is what we gonna get from him, right? That's why you need to go out and get you a real OC. Mark Jones says Haskins.
So we explained to that comment. We explained this is Todd Downing real life, right? You got your playbook. It's all the first half. Second half comes, it's like, oh man, I'm out of plays. I don't have no more plays. I think he uses all of his plays in the first half. So in the second half, he's picking and choosing, man. So yeah, I think he just needs to get has more diversified plays in his playbook in the second half for sure.
Right. Brandon says, I want to see what Racy can do. I think this could be a big year for him. He can be ultimately our downhill threat if he can get it right. You know what I mean? All right, This is a great damn question. Alex, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Thank you for watching the show.
Yep.
How about the officiating? The refs are god awful. They are freaking trash. Matter of fact, the way the game is going now, dude, we're gonna be playing flag football at the point where everybody can play. You want to play professional football? Play flag. Now, man, especially the roughing the passer on Tom Brady. That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
ever.
Bad. Yeah, it was terrible. Facts, no paper. It was awful.
Ever. Like
awful.
It was horrible. Like I am.
Yep.
Boger, is that his name? Boger. Guys, if we have him, we're losing the game.
Yeah, Jerome Boger.
He needs to be fired. Dude but check this out. Pass interference. I was watching the Chiefs game, and the guy that comes on to explain the rules, the chief referee or whatever, he explained the pass interference rule. He said if a receiver is coming back to the ball and a defensive player is coming to the ball and they make contact, that's pass interference. That's BS, okay? That's BS.
It is BS. It's crap.
If I get my hands up, remember the rule was to get your hands up, right? I don't care if my head was turned. It's not turned. My hand was get the rules up. Then you move the goalpost and say, well, we're not scoring enough points. Remember, it's betting, guys. Remember, the NFL's a business. So we got to score points and bring TV ratings. So it's bullcrap, bro.
Yeah, it is bullcrap. It is.
Sean Britton, our offense is different because we lost AJ. And now you see what he has done for Philly, but it's not just us in KC. Yep. Hilliard, KC, a lot of other teams. Yep, Hilliard and Nixon have stepped up to fill that gap. Yes, look at the Chiefs. But the Chiefs have one thing. They have an elite quarterback. Not saying we don't. The Titans have to win as a collective. We have to win as a team. We can't just win as an individual. Only person that can win as an individual is Derrick Henry. And he was our offense for that first half.
Yeah. Yeah. So you all do see the, the fact of AJ Brown not being on our offense. It has made a big difference for us because we don't have that A1 guy, right? We don't have that. So we have to be more selective and think more creative upon how we can get the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I really like Dontrell Hilliard and Chig being even more involved in the offense and trying to get the ball down the field. That's a struggle for us and can hurt us as the season keeps going on when we need to make a big play. You can't depend on a big Derrick Henry run to be your biggest plays. You have to figure out what can we do to get the ball down the field. So I do agree with that for sure.
Did you say if or you say when?
It won't
happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like I'm looking at this Chiefs game and Patrick Mahomes and woke up. I don't know what's going on. But he's woke up. Yeah, Pat done woke up. Let's see here. Tyreek was a big loss for Mahomes. Yes, he was.
Right.
Yes, he was.
So let me to that comment, Jacques.
Okay.
So that Tyreek was a big loss for Mahomes. Okay. So I'm going to stand corrected on something.
Okay.
On the fact of how important wide receivers are to your offense. Okay. Not to say I've ever said they were not important, but the way people are being paid, they're being paid as the most important player. Man, I'm telling you, it's something to be said when you got some primetime receivers on your team, man. I'm telling you, you look at some of the best teams that are, the Vikings are 4-1. They got Justin Jefferson out there, right? You got the Eagles out there. You got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith out there. You got teams who are winning games, and you look on the outside like, damn, they do got some good receivers out here. So I agree with that. Even with Kansas City, he's sitting around looking around, like, who am I gonna throw? I just keep dumping it to Travis Kelce, but I need a receiver down the field. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. He don't.
Look what I'm gonna add to that. Look what the Ravens did. Rashad Bateman is playing pretty. I'm actually surprised how good he's playing. David Duvernay, he's pretty solid. So no, you're right. It's turned into a passing league now. I like that we have the king. The king is different, but it's turned into a passing league. And I think you mentioned this, Hawk. I think you said we need at least like 2 or 3, maybe 4 good receivers. Like you really need and they need to have some speed to them too. AJ, people don't realize AJ was sneaky fast. I don't think people realize he's big, but when he hit that slant and it's hard to tackle him, he's fast, man. So no, you're right.
A healthy Derrick Henry and a prime AJ Brown. That's a hell of a combination right there, bro.
Yep. You said, right. Yeah, and Pig Weekly, man, I've been screaming this from the mountaintop since forever. I think since we begun this damn show, I've been screaming that we need speed. We need freaking speed. We need freaking speed, man.
Appreciate it, Chris. Speed. Thank you, sir. Facts, no paper, Chris. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, man. Hey, receivers, yeah. Oh, that's a good one by Deontay Johnson.
Oh, yep. I like it.
Yep. I like Deontay Johnson. He drops a lot of passes, I'll tell you that. But Pittsburgh is terrible. So again, get your receiver from a terrible team, man. You know, start picking it apart, trying to find something, bro. Maybe a 3rd round pick, man. Go for it.
Oh, it's coming in. I knew it was coming. Jeremiah, the run game is the pass as the NFL goes. Yep, I agree. I've been screaming that from the mountaintop too. It's going to eventually, let me say this, it's going to eventually come back to haunt you, right? When you have your prime player as your quarterback, which is Derrick Henry, he's literally your quarterback of the offense, and he's going to do everything. And he don't mind it. You know what I mean? Defense, run game, and Stone has a winning recipe.
That is.
Yes, but Mark, how long can we sustain that? We've seen this recipe. We've seen that recipe for a long, and that's how the team is built. It's built to run through the defense, the run game, and Stonehouse. But when we go against the Bills, did y'all see what the Bills did to the Steelers? Did you see what they did to the Steelers? They murdered the Steelers. They murdered us, but at least we scored a touchdown. The Steelers didn't score a damn touchdown. So just imagine that when we need points, we're not running the ball. What, you gonna try to run the ball? Here, there, we down 35-3. What we gonna do? You gotta open it up then. You gotta say, hey, Tannehill, go out there and then Tannehill looking around. Well, I ain't got nobody to throw to. Who am I going to throw to?
Yep, not this year. That's right, bro.
Let me say this, and I blame this on John Robinson. You're setting them up for failure. You set Ty Downing up for failure. You set Tannehill up for failure. But luckily, you have Coach Vrabel who can offset that, right? And say, hey, I'm smart enough to know, hey, we don't have the most talented people, but I got you back. I'll put you in the best position to win, and I'm going to put you in the best position to be successful. And I get it, Mark. 3 in a row, cool. That's cool. But is that going to win you a Super Bowl? It used to back in the day. Back in the day, defense wins championships. Now, man, it's offense, bro. Offense going to win you some championships. We need receivers. So, Hawk, you're right. We need receivers, bro. We need receivers. We need them. It is what it is, though.
Damon said the king is turning into a receiver. Yeah, yes, I know. Man. He has no choice.
He has no choice.
And I really like that a lot, to be honest with you.
Yes. But okay, Hassan Haskins, I think, is making him step his game up because Hassan Haskins can catch that ball, bro, and he can block. So King, nah, you ain't finna out-catch me, bro. You're not finna out-catch me. You got me bent. Let's see. What's going on, fellas?
What up, Rodney? What up? What's good, bro? You good, man. You good. Hey, once this is done recording, man, you can go back and listen to the parts that you missed for sure.
Right. Look how bad the Rams are without Odell. And
yes, great point, Zach. Exactly. Wide receivers, man. Wide receivers.
You need them. You need them. They look bad, bro.
You know, the wide receiver market reminds me of the housing market, right? Because it's like the housing market is like, it's I don't know where all you might live. I'm telling you, in Nashville, the housing market just continues to increase. And it just came out of nowhere, right? Like maybe about 6-7 years ago. And it's like, there's no way people are going to afford this amount of money for this house. But then that's the market. And so it's kind of like, well, we better get caught up or we're going to get left behind, right? So, again, when you look at the wide receivers, as you mentioned about the Rams, they're not as good right now because they don't have no receivers. They go in at Cooper Kupp, but Allen Robinson's not stepping up. They need some more guys. And so, yeah, man. Yep.
Right. No, it's big facts. No dogs on the outside. AJ Brown was your dog. He was your dog. He was the dog.
AJ Brown was a dog.
Let me be honest with you. Let me ask you guys this. Now, if we would have had Corey Davis and AJ Brown last year, along with Tannehill throwing the ball and Derrick Henry running the ball, that's a hell of an offense. That's a hell of an offense. That's a hell of, and you still had Jack Conklin on the right side, right? You wouldn't have had to go out and get no damn tackle. You wouldn't have had to. That's on your GM. Your GM said to get him up out of here. It's not us. It's not the fans, right? Yeah. We would have kept him. We would have paid, what was it, 3 years, 70 mil? Come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? And Mark, I get it. The weather's going to get colder, but I don't want to beat the king up either. The king can't do everything, right? Yep. He can run. He can do this, but let's save him. We'll see. We'll see. Well, like I said, we're not a Super Hawk. You said it earlier. We're not a Super Bowl team. And anybody can argue with us that and say, oh, yeah, we are. No, we're not. No. We're not. We're not a Super Bowl team, guys. We're just not, okay? We're not. Miss Conklin and Jonnu Smith. You know what I mean? And look what Stanley said. He said, who is it? Oh, no. Miss Conklin, yep. And let's see. Stanley, where your comment in, bro? I just missed it. Sorry. He said, I missed Corey. Like, bro, Corey was reliable. Yeah. They were reliable. Yeah, you're starting over. You're like, hey, we're starting over. That's the problem that we have. We stay trading our good players away. They don't retire Titans. They're not. Kevin Byard, this scares me. I hope he retires a Titan, but I don't think he's going to retire a Titan. I don't. Okay. I hope he do. Extend that man now. Extend Derrick Henry. I want him to retire a Titan. It just, I don't know, bro. That's a whole.
Well, I don't know if we do that more than any other team. I have no idea because when you listen to radio shows from other teams, they all say the same thing about their teams, man.
I give an example. Man. Bills. The Bills have good continuity. They've kept their players around for a while. The Patriots used to do it. The Patriots had turnover, but the Patriots also these good teams.
And not every good. I'm not saying every team, but more teams do it than not. You know what I'm saying? They do. You know,
David Beverly.
Okay, Damon.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Damon? All right, bro. All right, it's our first super chat of the night, bro. All right. Well, hey, Damon, because of that, man, we're going to give you 2 booms for that, Damon. You know what I mean? So, hey, Damon, we appreciate it, bro. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Do-do-do-do. Boom. Damon, Titan up in the building. We appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. And then you got, I miss Khalif, too. You see what Khalif's doing in Detroit? You see what Khalif is doing in Detroit? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what Arthur Smith was here. I mean, and I know Arthur Smith got to get his bread. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. Yes. Jeremiah, yes. Geno Smith is balling, bro. When you're in the right system, that's what happens when you're in the right system. He is killing the game. He
really is, man.
What he was doing with the Saints, I said, where has this been? Geno Smith playing like this?
Dimes. He was throwing dimes to lock it. I was like, wow. It was perfect. Yeah, man.
But you know what I'm going to say? Tannehill, I think, started a trend. Tannehill came here, he revived his career. Geno probably can do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But Geno, yes, I think Geno should win the comeback player of the year. I really do.
Right now, I think so for sure.
I think we know, right?
Yeah, he's doing better than Russell Wilson. They traded him away, man. Maybe they knew something we didn't know about Russell Wilson.
Right, sure. That's true. Man, Russell Wilson looked bad.
Yeah, the Patriots knew when to drop. They did. The Patriots would drop you right before you got hurt. It was crazy how they would do that. Like, they knew that, right? They did, and it was always the right time.
Yep. Contract year. So, but the good thing about them, they always had your replacement replacing you the next year. So that's why they've always been so good. They can drop you, but then I also got your replacement. Who's the kid that's the DB for them? Is it Joe Jackson?
J.C. Jackson.
No. He don't play for the Patriots.
Used to be for there. Right, I know.
No, they have a new DB who is balling.
Right.
What's his name?
Number 13. He's a rookie, number 13.
What's his name? Not Zappy. He's a DB. It's Jackson. Something.
Yeah, he wears 13.
Guys, what's his name? You guys know. He's the DB for them. Look it up, Hawk. Yeah. He's balling.
He had an
interception.
Jack
Jones, yes.
Jack Jones.
Balling, bro. So that's why J.C. Jackson is gone. I'm like, no, who is this Jack Jones? Hey,
but can I tell you this about the Patriots, man? In my opinion, man, I think it's Tom Brady too. I mean, they ain't won none. They have not won a Super Bowl at all without Brady, man. So I think
in the mix.
Kinda, they win the playoffs last year, but since Brady's left, they've missed the playoffs. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and this year, it's give or take, they like us out there. You know what I mean? So, I think it's showing like, well, damn, Tom Brady was really freaking good. You know what I'm saying with the Patriots for sure.
So, Mark, let me ask you this: do you think the Titans are a Super Bowl team? Just curious, because I like your thought. But Mark's thought process is he looks at it from a different angle. So that's why I'm like, hey, let me see what we got here. Didn't the Colts have Geno Smith? I don't think they had Jacoby Brissett. They had Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Geno played with the Jets. That's where he was drafted as a first-round pick out of West Virginia.
Yeah.
He's played with some other teams too, man.
Yeah, he's been a journeyman, but he got a shot.
He has.
That says something about Pete Carroll. Man, shout out to Pete Carroll. Because if you can bring talent out like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We were a Super Bowl team when we made the AFC Championship. We are one game away. Okay. I get it, but that's been our linchpin. I think, like Hawk, and like I said, I got to give you credit, Hawk, because you talked me into it last year. I didn't think it was a Super Bowl team until we start catching wind. We were the number 1 seed, and we get there, and we're supposed to beat the Bengals. You're not supposed to lose to the trash-ass Bengals. I'm sorry. You're not. You're not. And they caught the fire at the right time. So, I mean, if you can catch the fire in the right time in the playoffs, cool. But, hey, we'll see. Let me see what you say.
This still haunts me, man. That still haunts you. Y'all see that,
bro?
Right?
Don't bring that up, bro. Don't bring it up because it pisses me off.
That's PTSD for us right now, man.
Yeah,
it is. I know that it's for y'all. Listen, this weekend, shout out to Tennessee State University, man, having a great homecoming weekend, man, here in Nashville. The city was on fire. Had family coming down here as well. So Saturday, man, at the tailgate, man, me and my buddies, man, we were just talking about the Titans, man, and we're still feeling the scars of the Cincinnati game last year, man. Still feeling that, bro.
Yep. Because okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys see us being a number 1 seed?
This year?
This year, yes.
No.
Do you see us being
in the playoffs? No.
Oh, okay. So you don't think so?
Do you?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, not this year. No, sir. No, sir.
Let me say this. That would be my biggest surprise of the year if the Titans can continue to win like they're doing. But it's just we got some big games coming up, y'all, and our second half offense is still not where it needs to be. It's still not. It's still not where it needs to be. We have to pick. Let me say this. And Mark, I'm gonna get you on this. If we can go into 8 weeks, right? If our second half offense is putting up points like we are in the first half, then I can maybe say maybe, right? But is that everybody saying it? A 4th or 5th seed, I can see that. I can see us going to somewhere like, maybe the Ravens or maybe I don't want to go to the Bills, but probably maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be if we went to the Bills, that'd be the second round.
Yeah, like the Bills, I don't see us beating the Bills. You know what I mean? Stonehouse Rookie of the Year, no, but he will make the Pro Bowl. I think he'll make the Pro Bowl.
He can. He sure can. He keeps going what he's doing. If we made the 4th seed, I'd be smiling like this on the show. I would have I have my presidential suit on. I'd have my presidential smile too if we made the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. There, I can feel you, Chris. Hey, the question: playoffs? Don't talk to me about no playoffs. Playoffs.
Oh,
we'd be lucky to win a damn game. Playoffs.
Zach Crawford.
There you go, bro.
Brewer will be our start next. He don't need to. It's sad to say. I don't like that Taylor Lewan got hurt, but you can free up that money. You can go out and get you a premier guard, right? You can build your offensive line to where it's better. Brewer is too small to play guard, man. He was getting bullied. He was getting bullied, bro. I was
like this, dude.
Bro, I mean. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, dude.
Bro. He hold on as much as he can, man, but at times he gets bullied, bro.
It's like us playing offensive line. He's like, bro, I know bog in that fight. Pig Willie says, when is the trade deadline? Is it 2 weeks?
Normally the trade deadline in the NFL normally is
week 6.
Yeah, something like that usually. What week are we in now? It's usually early. I'd have to go check. It's usually like early November is when the trade deadline is, man.
Great question, huh?
I'll Google it now, man.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Brandon Roy says
November 1st.
November 1st. Okay, awesome. So we got time. We don't need a first round bye. We're not that good of a team. We got to play every week to keep a rhythm. I like that. The key word is rhythm. Listen to what he said, Brandon. I'm gonna take your sentence and your whatever you just said to us and elaborate. Rhythm. We don't have no rhythm. We're getting our rhythm. I will say that. We're getting our rhythm. I think the most exciting thing is your defense is, to me, a top 5 defense. Even though we're giving up 300 freaking yards a game, I think that'll get better as time goes on when you get some pieces back in the secondary, and then you get Bud Dupree back, right? Okay, so this is a question for everybody. Will we sweep the division this year? Do y'all guys think? I know me and Hawk already have our predictions, but do y'all guys think we'll sweep the division?
I don't think so. I think we'll at least lose one game, max 2. We'll lose one at least. Yep.
Hey, Mark, that's what happened to the Bengals. That's what happened to the Bengals. The Bengals were able to catch the wave at the right time. Right. If the Titans could catch the wave at the right time, but look what the Bengals did. They were able to take advantage. They have a high-powered offense. They have a threat. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
Wide receivers.
They got
wide receivers.
That scares me. Titans receivers don't scare me. They don't scare me right now. Right. Hawk, you play DB. I play DB. Are you scared? Are you scared of Cody Hollister?
No, not at all, man. No.
Are you scared of Robert Woods?
Right. The threat the Bengals, even the Rams had. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp had 1,000 catches last year, bro.
Yes.
So yeah, man. Yep.
Yes.
So we got some yeses, we got some nos. Yes, depending on Houston. Lose 2. Okay.
Only threat is the Texans. And
Texans. That's what everybody thinks. Texans. That's right.
Hey, they're a sneaky team, bro. I don't know.
Look at that comment. So Jacques and I talked about the Commanders game. Jacques, I'm gonna talk about at that last play. You had asked me, do you think they're gonna score? I said nope.
Oh yeah, he said
yep. I said we gonna hold them. I said I did when it was first down. I said nope, they're not gonna score on us because I looked at certain dynamics that no timeouts and you can't run because it's only like 19 seconds. You run, you get tackled, the game's over. So they got to throw. So I said, okay, now you're putting in Carson Wentz's hand on the short field, and our defense can play up front and be more aggressive, where they can chuck receivers, just like you mentioned about the fact that David Long chipped, Terry McLaurin, and then got the interception. So you can be aggressive, right? And that works in our favor, right? Yeah. And so no, I think that our red zone defense has been well this year for sure.
Okay. Let's see. Chris Harris, he said, real question. Is Tannehill not scrambling as much due to his contract or by play calling? That's a great question, bro, because I've seen some of those plays that he could have scrambled. Mm-hmm. Some of those plays he could have. I think he's older. He's trying to preserve his body, even though he was taking hits like crazy. And I think he tries to do it at the right time. He thinks throw first. I'm going to look downfield until I find somebody.
Yep.
And if I don't find somebody, I'm going to take a sack. That's where Malik comes in, right? And I think that's an advantage that Malik has over him when it comes to athleticism.
That's right.
But what about you, Hawk?
Yeah. I just think that's I think you called it right. I just think he's older. And he might get a little older, man. When you fall on the ground, it don't feel the same.
It don't feel the same, bro. It kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah, and then it takes a longer time to heal too, right? Yeah, that knee bruise that you had maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I'll be straight by Tuesday. Now it's more like, dang, that's Thursday, Friday. I need to kind of figure this out first. So man. So
and then didn't he mess his knee up in Miami? He had an ACL and MCL, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I think that even though they say, hey, you'll get over it, I think it still mentally haunts you because that's an injury that you really never will be the same after you come back from that injury, right?
That's right.
Hey, he was killing it, bro.
He was killing, man. He had I got the stats, man, here. You know what I'm saying? This Holcomb is his name, man. Cole Holcomb. He had total 15 total tackles, 11 solo tackles. 55 was all over the field, man. He was tackling. He was tackling.
We underestimated their defensive line. We didn't talk about that on the show. I thought about it. I said they had like #1 picks on their defensive line that was amazing. And I had to think about it. Montez Sweat, Payne, was it Payne? I think it is.
Deron Payne. You got Jonathan Allen from Alabama. And the one guy they did not have on the field was Chase Young. So that would have added more to it, right?
Bro.
And then James Smith-Williams had a good game, 96. I remember him as well, too. So, they have a very good front four. And I think their DBs are not that bad either. I think the Commanders, they're not a bad football team. They just Yeah. Did y'all hear what Riverboat Ron said, right? They asked him in the NFC East, how come the Commanders can't win football games? He said one statement: quarterback.
Yep.
Whoa. So how do y'all think Carson Wentz feels? After hearing that comment, he's like, bro, bro, right? Like, yeah, man. Yeah, he just threw him under the bus.
Look, he ain't never been the same after his knee injury.
Yep.
You think about it, bro. Like, when he was his rookie year, it was amazing. That's what helped get the Eagles to the doggone Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But they need a quarterback. I mean, they got weapons.
They do have weapons. They do,
man. Uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, go ahead.
But he has what? But Carson Wentz is 5th in the league in passing. So it's kind of like
crazy. That's crazy.
Like I get you about quarterback coach, but it may be some other. Maybe it's coaching. Take some ownership of it. Carson's doing the best he can right now.
The reactions from the Commander fans, they don't like Ron Rivera, bro.
Yeah,
they don't like him. Like I thought the coach should have kept Carson Wentz.
Yep.
He has the threat of running. He's hard to bring down. Like it was some plays I was like, dude, he ain't going down. And another thing that he does good is when he throws it deep, he creates penalties. We don't think about that really often, right?
Yep.
And I think he's pretty solid at that, man. So, like you said, stick with him, trust the process. He's still okay, but he's not. I mean, he's not bad, right?
Yeah.
Complimentary football. Let's see. So Mark says, Mark's still on this. Complimentary football, defense, great runs, attack Henry, Hilliard out the backfield as receivers, and being able to boom 70-yard punts can be crucial come playoff time. I agree. But when you play the Bills and your secondary is playing how it's playing, and we down 21-7, what do? You can play your ball, play it, right?
Yep.
Play it. But I don't know. And you know what, Jeremiah, you're right. They probably will get Stroud. They should get him. They should. Sit him, though. Sit him. Let him learn. Sit him and let him learn. Because I think that's let me ask you guys a question. And Hawk, I'm going to ask you this. How do you feel about quarterback play besides Mahomes and Allen and the top quarterbacks that are in the league right now? How do you feel about quarterback play that's happening now? Do you feel like it's lackluster right now, or do you feel like it's the same? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think what happens now is because there's not a lot of good running backs in the NFL. So what happens is you got to throw the ball more. And if you happen to throw the ball more, you get exposed more. So I think that's what's going on with quarterbacks right now, where the play isn't as good as it could be, right? When you have quarterbacks throwing 50 times a game, you're going to have picks. You're going to have bad throws, right? And they're talented quarterbacks in the league for sure. But I'm saying, too, is, I see Matthew Levy's comment about Ryan Tannehill, looking top 10-ish. So that comment right there lets you know kind of what the quarterback room looks like right now, right? There's not a lot of good running backs. So the quarterbacks is putting a lot of pressure on them. Yep. That's why the Josh Allens and Patrick Mahomes, look really good because they're able to sort of sustain, especially right now with Josh Allen. But as I've mentioned, who are they looking for right now? A running back, right? Because they know we can't keep playing like this.
Yep. We
can't keep doing this, right? We can't keep doing this. So you look at Lamar Jackson, right? Now he's got a good running back in J.K. Dobbins, right? But when you put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, eventually they're going to have bad games. So I think that's what's going on now, man.
Now,
not so much.
Go ahead. I'm gonna ask you another question. Keep going.
Okay. So I think the quarterback play, I think like the top 8 guys are doing top 8 things. They're just being asked to do more than they normally do.
Right. Now, with that being said, I think there's some decent running backs in the league now. I do. I just think they don't get ran a lot more. Like we're so used to seeing we're a running team.
Good points.
Yep. We don't like you said this, Hawk. You said we played the Raiders. You said if they would have kept running Josh Jacobs, they could have won that game.
They would have.
Saquon Barkley. He's what, top 5, right?
Yep.
Nick Chubb. But I think we've taken the way of how we used to play, because that's how we used to play football back in the day. You're gonna run the ball. And you got an exception like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. But hell, even when the Indianapolis Colts had Peyton Manning, they had Edgerrin James, who was amazing, by the way, right? So when I look at that, I'm like, maybe I'm going to add to that. Also, maybe it's your offensive play callers not saying, hey, we're not going to run the ball 25 times a game, which if you do that, it opens up the pass, right? So I just think to add to that, there are some good running backs. They're just not getting utilized. Imagine James Robinson, right?
Yep.
Jags don't use him like they should. They got Travis Etienne. They don't use him like they should. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So imagine if they used them and what would happen. And like you've been saying, we've told Rico this. You really iterated. Y'all need a run game.
Yep.
And I think, let me ask you guys this. I'm going to ask you another question, Hawk. Do you think the Bills are hit a wall without that run game?
Yeah, of course. Yes, I do. They might make the Super Bowl. They might. But I think that could hurt them in the Super Bowl if they can't run. If they don't have the threat of running the football, it will come to bite them for sure, because nothing has changed in that regard. They're still the same football team. That's what's hurt them. It's not Josh Allen. It's not their defense. It's the fact they can't run the ball.
Right. Yep. There you go. Mark Jones, scores all around the league were down this weekend. And that's another thing, too, Mark. I'm glad you brought this up. This is kind of ironic. He's right. Besides the Bills game where they smoked them, but he's right. I'm starting to see this. I think this is why the Titans do have a chance, Hawk, okay, to win a lot more games than they did. Because look at I'm surprised at the Broncos. Broncos are not high power like they were, right? You got Cooper Rush, but I think he's going to run into a defense that can kind of figure him out, right? And I think he's benefiting from nobody knows what he does, right? You see what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers, I'm surprised the Packers lost to the Giants. Now, what does that say? Are the Giants that good or the Packers that, right? And I think you said this, Hawk. The Giants are that good. Talk to us about the Giants, Hawk. Because I know we had a conversation about it offline.
Yeah, we just, when we got beat by, the Giants, when we played the Bills, a lot of Bills Mafia, was on our show and, even on the show there with Fanatics, Buffalo Fanatics as well. And I get it at that point in time when people were saying, hey, you guys lost to the Giants. Are you kidding me? You guys are trash, right? Because we lost to the Giants. And then when I saw us play the Giants, and I said it when it was going on, I was like, dang, Saquon look good, man. Like, ooh, he's a beast. Then I was like, damn, the Giants' run defense is pretty good. Like, that's like they okay. So they're 4-1. So maybe it wasn't a joke. Maybe it wasn't a fluke that we lost to them. Like, we lost to a pretty good team. If the playoffs started today, the Giants will be in the NFC playoffs for sure.
That is facts. That is facts. Let's see here. Jackson, he said Jackson is their leading rusher like Allen was. Yep, exactly. And that's another thing, too. They're relying on their quarterback. Let's see here. When the Chiefs get going, they can be anyone, including the Bills. Hey, and I'm seeing that. That's what I'm saying. We don't want them to get a rhythm because that's what it is. They got a rhythm. I got Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy team. He's actually single-handedly brought me back from being like down 50 points. It's amazing. It's crazy, bro.
Right.
Giants are 4-1. We missed the field goal. Yep, we did. I know.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Max Titan. That's a great comment, man. That's he does. Vrabel wins, man. I mean, you mentioned not too long ago about what Aaron Rodgers said about him, right? They got Mike Vrabel. The same with Patrick Mahomes. They got Vrabel out there. You know what I'm saying? And that makes a big deal right now, man.
Yep. And he
was coach of the year last year.
Yep, he could be coach of the year again this year if he keeps doing what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said I don't expect no less from this team but the playoffs, right? For now. And then we just need that one thing to get over the hump. But yeah, it won't be the same if the Bills play us again. They won't score on us like they did last time. Titans are getting better. You know what? We told Rico that. What did I tell Rico on that show when he came on our show, bro? You remember?
I'm trying to think.
I told Rico was talking this trash like he always do. And I told Rico, y'all going to win this game, but you got to wait. You're going to see us in the playoffs. Get ready, right? And
do we want to see them in the playoffs?
No, we don't. Do you think we can? Do you think we can stick with them in the playoffs? Do y'all think we can stick with the Bills if we play them in the playoffs? In Buffalo,
not right now. I don't think so.
When it's cold,
I don't think so. Not right now. Yeah, I don't know what the future holds, but for right now, they beat the dog piss out of us. I don't think so right now. Because again, I don't think we can score enough. Not right now.
We don't have explosive plays. Lamar Jackson is a spectacular athlete, not a proficient passer. Bills' rushing attack sucks. Titans, we possess a well-rounded approach with exception to explosive plays. And you know what, Chris? You're right. Let's look at it this way. The Titans have the run game, right? Offensive line is super trash, right? And I think that's ultimately what will lose you in the playoffs is your offensive line. If we haven't talked to, and then nobody said nothing about the offensive line and how bad they played. But if we play like that, Tannehill's going to be on his butt most of the game, okay? Your offensive line is playing subpar. Anybody can argue with me in that. I don't care. Your receivers are subpar, right? But at the end of the day, you find a way to win, right? We find a way to win.
Yep.
Okay, so we win. That's the only thing. At this point, that's the only thing I care about. I don't care how we win. Just win the game. Just win the damn game. That's the only thing I care about. Just win the game. I don't care if you scratch, claw, do what you got to do. Because at this point, I'm not somebody said they need a pacemaker because of the Titans are going to be on a heart attack. I'm not there no more, guys. I'm sorry. I was sitting on the couch, and I told you I'm kind of under the weather. And I was talking. I think, how were we talking at that time? I don't think we were talking at that time. We were on the phone.
You talking about what?
When we were watching the guy, I think we was on the phone. And I think everybody's heart was like this. Mine was like, all right, cool. Hawk said it. I was like, Hawk said we're going to win. We're going to win. That's how I look at it. That's how I took it. And we won. I was like, all right, cool. Let's go to the next one. Let's go on to the next one. Let's go on to the next one. I don't know, bro. That's just where I'm at. The Chiefs won the game. That's crazy. They were down. Well, they were down like 17-7. Okay, Jeremiah G said, Let's see. Turnovers but are we getting them?
Over explosive plays. Yep.
Let's see. Okay, so Damon says, I think we can stick with the Buffalo Bills if everybody's healthy. Do you think so, Hawk?
Like I said, I'd have to see as the year goes on. We'll see how it progresses. The answer for today at the moment, I don't think so. Not right now.
Right. I agree. Yep. Once everybody gets healthy, let's see. Like defensively, like let's see when everybody gets healthy. And I think you didn't see truly Henry at this point. Run Henry. That's what I was screaming Sunday. Just run Henry. Just run him because he has the fire. If he has the fire, let him do what he do. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody else stepping up. We need somebody else to step up. Who gonna step up?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Stan, that's a great comment about the Raiders. They have a lot of weapons and they're 1-4. That's coaching. That's because here, listen, on the Raiders and us, right? I spoke on how the Raiders can beat us. And I saw the games prior to that of the Raiders. They clearly try to force feed the ball to Devontae Adams. They stopped running Josh Jacobs. And that's what's biting them. Now, I didn't see the fourth quarter of this game. But, when they were running Josh Jacobs today, Josh Jacobs was running the hell out of the football. And it's kind of like you need to, just like with Derrick Henry, you need to go works. And, throwing the ball, and even though you got Devontae Adams or whatever, that should not be your primary view of the Raiders. So they're 1-4 because of coaching, I think, man. They should have beat us. They should have. But they stopped running. Hey, they're like, okay, cool. Throw the ball if you want to. You know what I mean? Hey, let's do this. And we took the victory. Let's go.
That means Josh McDaniels is not a good coach. I'm going to tell you what team I like. I'm going to tell you what team I like, and I like what they're doing, the 49ers. The 49ers, if you want to see a fast-paced, aggressive, strong defense, the 49ers, they there. And Jimmy G, I think Tannehill is better than Jimmy G, honestly. But, right? So question, does Adams miss Rodgers or does Rodgers both? Both. You can tell Adams is frustrated. Yep. He's frustrated.
Yep.
He's frustrated.
But you know what's so crazy about Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams? They've never won a Super Bowl together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So when I look at certain teams that that are good and things that have had, when we look at say Buffalo or Kansas City, I think Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City they got a Super Bowl ring. Buffalo doesn't have a Super Bowl ring, right?
They ain't got no Super Bowl ring.
They have no Super Bowl ring. So the Titans don't have a Super Bowl ring. So we got to get there. I want to get there. You know what I'm saying? I want to get. You know what I mean?
Bro, if we would have got there last year, we would have beat the Rams. I don't care what nobody say. We would have beat the Rams. We would have beat the Rams. I don't care what nobody says. But Jeremiah, team leader, you're freaking right. Jimmy G wins, period, in these one playoff games.
Yeah.
Exactly. Didn't he go to the Super Bowl? He's went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl.
He went to a Super Bowl. Duh, Jock. Duh. Like, it's crazy, man. Ricky Jenkins. He said, what it do?
What up, Ricky? What's good, bro? What it do, man? What it do? So we'll do two more questions, y'all, and then we'll end the show.
Who gonna put the what? Who gonna put the? I'm scared. Hey, who gonna take that TITANS, man? That's funny. Ooh, okay. So you think he made him look better than what he is? Huh.
I think Devontae Adams is pretty good, man. Devontae Adams is pretty good, dude. A great quarterback, great receiver combination. They made it work. And even here on the rate, I saw the one touchdown he had. Dude is still Devontae Adams is still very good.
Ooh, look at this. And now Stanley, you saying hot this breaking. Adams threw his helmet down and started screaming after the game. Yeah, he's frustrated. Let me say this. That formula of going back to your college teammate, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And in this situation, it's not working. Hollywood Brown, too, it's not working. Just because I have my quarterback that's in the NFL throwing to me, it's a different league. It's a different style. Things are faster. Things we did in college might not work, bro. People faster and quicker and stronger.
Yep.
Let's see. He said average with Rodgers. Yep. So Adams is the best. So like Hawk said, we'll take one more question. And then we'll vamp up out this thing, man. I agree. Let me see. So Stanley said, I'm sorry, we think we should have went all the way out for Rodgers. I think we would have made. Yep, I agree. But the Titans, I give the Titans credit. They loyal. Titans are loyal. If they like you, they gonna rock with you to the wheels fall off.
That's a good question, Stanley. Hey, Jacques, throw that comment back on there real quick, man. We're gonna sit that on the grill for a second. Okay. Stanley, question for you and everybody on here. So, yes, the Titans had an opportunity to get Aaron Rodgers and or Tom Brady, okay? And that's a fact. Aaron Rodgers has a place here. You know, when Tom Brady was here, he enrolled his kids here at school, whatever. So, who knows? Will we have a better record with Aaron Rodgers now versus Tannehill this year? We're 3-2 with Ryan Tannehill. We had Aaron Rodgers. Will we be 4-1 or will we be 5-0? What do y'all think? Y'all tell me what you think. I got to see this. That's a great question. And Tommy Dixon, yes, get Robbie Anderson, man, from the Panthers, man. Get them folks out of Carolina, man. Get them out of there, bro. We need a receiver, man. We need some receivers, dude.
Let's see here. Let me pull them up. All right.
Yep.
Tommy Dixon says no.
Nope. So he still say 3-2. Tommy Dixon with Aaron Rodgers.
Matthew, I think Aaron did want to play for the Titans.
Yep. Yeah, I think he wanted to.
Yeah. Trust me, Max. Yeah, I'm the biggest Malik fan on this planet, bro. I'm rooting for that young man, bro. So sure. I'm 100% with you. I want to definitely. You know what?
And that's for next year for Malik,
right? Yep. They kept Eddie Berlin for years. Couldn't catch a cold, but he knew the playbook. Ooh, is that some Fisher stuff I smell?
Yeah.
Is that some Fisher stuff I smell? That's how much we miss Traylon. Yep, we do miss Traylon. People were kind of trash and Traylon sucks. Traylon, I'm like, all right, until he goes down, you're gonna miss him. And we missed him.
We got no choice but have Traylon Burks on the field as a starter, man. We have no choice.
Tommy says, yes, sir.
I think the Bills game will score more points. So, hey, back out to Stanley too, Jacques. The comment you had made about the Bills is like, cool. We lost to y'all now, but we'll beat y'all in the playoffs. Is what you had said, something like that.
Yeah,
when you were talking about a comment about the Bills.
Yeah,
Rodgers would be a good mentor for Malik. Around 11 and 13-ish wins, I guess, with Aaron Rodgers. We still. That's kind of my thoughts too, man.
Yep,
that's kind of my thoughts.
But I'm gonna give a caveat with the Todd Downing thing. At least Aaron Rodgers had a cojones to go out there and change the play and do him basically. And I think that's with Tannehill. That's why they like Tannehill. Tannehill's not gonna get out of line, bro. Tannehill's gonna say, "I'm straight here. I'm here. I'm good. I'll do anything y'all want me to. I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking about Malik. I think it would slow Malik's progress. Oh, you mean if we brought in Aaron? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you right, team leader. Burks needs time. I'm a Burks fan too. He's a warrior. He's tough as hell. He hangs in the pocket, getting hit, and he delivers downfield. And Mark, you're right. I'm gonna tell you. I don't think. Are you ready for my answer, Hawk?
Okay.
I don't think Aaron would have. It probably would have been the same because, like you said earlier, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been to a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl in 2010. But has he been back? No, he's been to AFC Championship after AFC Championship after AFC Championship.
NFC, yeah.
Excuse me. NFC Championship. So I think maybe a change of scenery probably, but I think he would have wanted to come here to throw to A.J. Brown, right? He would have wanted to come here and throw to that type of weapon and say, okay, I can throw to him. I can do what I got to do. But we don't know, man. It's a hypothetical. What you think, Hawk?
Yeah, it's just a hypothetical question. I think I would honestly say I think our record would be the exact same, to be honest. Right. If there was one game maybe we could have squeaked out a win with him would be, the New York Giants, maybe. But no, so I think it'd be about the same.
Right. And so Titans have, why don't Titans sign Eric Fisher? That's a great question, bro. That's a great question. That is a great freaking question. And Damon, Thank you for this, bro, because I'm actually going to do that after I end the show. Thank you, bro. The weather's changing here in Nashville, man. And you know when the weather changes in Tennessee, it's hot one day, cold the next. And my allergies, man, if you've been to Tennessee and you got sinus, you don't have sinus problems, bro.
That's right, man.
That's right. Okay. Yep. Defense is our strength. You're right. I can't. Let me say this. We play defense, so I would love for defense to win. Matter of fact, the defense won you the game Sunday. It ultimately won you the game Sunday. But we also don't have no dogs at DB. We need some dogs at DB, bro. But I feel you, though. I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. This is Pig Weekly, and then we can take it out, Hawk. It's weird we can't attract quarterbacks and wide receivers with an offensive philosophy. Well, I think that begins with your philosophy all around, right? Vrabel's a defensive-minded coach. He played defense, right? So he's going to focus and build the defense up versus the offense. Versus if I'm an offensive-minded coach like Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, they think, okay, hey, we got to win with quarterbacks. We got to win with receivers. We got to win with the run game. Good offensive line. And our defense can be kind of lackluster because our offense is so high-powered. How you think the Chiefs won tonight, right? That offense, even though it's Mahomes, he struggled a little bit. He still won the game, right? It was Mahomes. He's on my fantasy team, throwing touchdown, dime. Like, you see what I'm saying? So I think our run-first philosophy is going to keep us there when we need it, but also eventually when we hit 2025 or 2026 or 2030, when the league has become a flag football, you're going to have to throw the ball. Just facts. I mean, it is what it is. So
Right. Okay, all right, y'all. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you all for joining the show as well. Appreciate everybody in the comment section. As always, keeping our comments live, keeping it popping, man. Great questions, great insight, great responses and everything as always. And again, shout out to the Tennessee Titans on beating the Washington Commanders as the Titans painted the White House powder blue. So great job to the Titans, 21-17. 3-2 of the Tennessee Titans, number one in the AFC South right now on a bye week this week. So we just, again, want to say thank you all for those as well. If you have not hit the subscribe button, do that as well. Check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. You can check us out on Twitter at Titans Weekly 24/7. And you can check us out on TikTok at Tennessee Titans Weekly, or you can contact us as well. Hawk 2024 for president, baby. Yes, sir. As well on Gmail. You can contact us at Tennessee Titans Weekly at gmail.com, man. President Hawk has spoke.
Yes, sir. And when you do check those out, man, cut your notification bells on. It'll let you know when we go live, post any content. And Stanley, trust me, bro, I'm getting on it, bro. So thank you. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for looking out for your boy. I really appreciate that, man. But take us away, Hawk.
Well, hey, as we always do, again, we appreciate everybody joining in the show, man. We hope you all have a great week, man, and everything. Stay warm if it's cold wherever you are. Y'all hope you feel better as well. And I'm about to take this hot suit off. You know what I mean? So as we always do, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we'll this week we'll cook up something. It is a bye week. We'll cook up something for sure. So for you and yours, as we always do, man. Facts.
No paper. And go Vols.
Yep.